Hi, my name is Lanae. Today is Tuesday, June 19th, 2018, and I'm actually at home right now. Well, I'm making this video to officially say that I am a transgender female. I have pretty much been all my life. I never really quite understood it up until recently, but I've learned that, this is who I am and I'm staying true to my true self. I haven't started HRT yet. I'm hoping to by the end of the summer, maybe. Um, and at some point, definitely doing laser hair removal. I have hair in my face. I don't like to shave often, maybe every 2 weeks, just to, avoid ingrown hairs and other things like that. But yeah, definitely I would like to do laser hair removal at some point. I still have, a couple things to take care of before I officially begin HRT. I have an appointment with a primary care doctor on July 3rd, which is coming up in about 2 weeks. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully I can get a referral and we can go from there. Well, a little background on me. I am a transgender female. I started, dressing at an early age. I never quite understood it because I'm not gay. I never ever had a desire to be with a guy. I've never been into guys at all. But I knew that something wasn't really, I guess, there was something different about me. I realized that at an early age. And I can remember as early as the age of 2 or 3 expressing how I felt. I remember telling my mother that I wanted to be a girl. And she said that, okay, we'll have your dad make you up as a girl. And my dad, I knew it bothered him more than it bothered my mom. My mother was a little more open and accepting to it. Um, I can remember at the age of 3 being on vacation visiting relatives and my cousin painting my nails, and my dad had a fit. He didn't like it at all, so he ended up scraping the nail polish off my nails. She painted my toenails actually with, I guess, a nail file or something, and told me, guys don't paint their nails. And I can remember sitting with my legs crossed and my dad telling me, no, men sit like this, and he puts his leg on top of his knee. So I was beginning to realize, hey, this is something that you can't really, I guess, show. You can't really show people that how you feel because it's not right. So I ended up hiding it, keeping it inside. And for years, I would secretly cross-dress. I remember trying on my sister's clothes. I have 2 sisters, one older, one younger, and I also have a half-sister who didn't grow up with us. But my younger sister was smaller than me, so I didn't really go through her things as much. But my older sister, on occasion, I would try on her clothes sometimes, and I liked it. I can remember being 4 years old and locking myself in my parents' bedroom and trying on my mother's stockings and liking it. And I remember my mom picking the lock and finding me, and I remember her telling my dad, and I was thinking to myself, okay, even at age 4, I'm realizing, okay, this is something that I really have to do alone and not really do it when anyone's around, or just try to stop. But I continued to have urges. But yeah, I've realized recently that I am transgender, and that's what it was. All my life, I haven't really been able to quite pinpoint what was going on with me. And like I said, I'm beginning my journey. I would have liked to have started it at an earlier age, but I still consider myself pretty young, so I'm glad that I'm realizing it now and staying true to who I am, because that's the most important thing in life, not trying to please other people. But with me, I've watched tons and tons of transgender videos. I've read a lot of articles, I've read books, and a lot of them were good. A lot of videos I don't really like, or I don't really like the personalities that they have. No, I'm not saying everyone. There are a lot of good ones out there, but I'm not into tattoos. You'll never ever see me with a tattoo. It's just not my thing. I know they're very popular right now, but I just don't like it. I loved how women looked with plain skin when they didn't have tattoos. It looked more feminine, more natural, just more appealing to me. I loved how women carried themselves during the 70s and early 80s. Three particular women from this time who I really admired were Phyllis Davis. She was on a show called Vegas back in the late 70s and early 80s. She's no longer living. She died of breast cancer, um, I guess about 5 years ago now. She wasn't really widely famous, but she had some small roles, movie roles too. But I liked her. She was very classy, very feminine. Joyce DeWitt from Three's Company, her character's name was Janet. I always liked her more than Chrissy and more than the other girls, even though she didn't get as much attention. But she was very classy, very feminine, no tattoos, no cussing, nothing like that. Felicia Rashad from The Cosby Show, who played Claire Huxtable, I've always liked her. Her character on the show was absolutely amazing. I mean, she was definitely a very, very sophisticated woman. And that's the kind of woman that I want to be. So, I have a lot to learn. I'm on the start of my journey. Like I said, there are a lot of things that I'm still learning, and I haven't come out to anyone yet. I'm not ready to. Hopefully, maybe within a few months, I can come out to my family. I don't know. They actually live in Florida. I live in Colorado. So I don't really see them that much, but we do talk on the phone, usually around twice a month maybe. But yeah, growing up, we never really talked about my cross-dressing and wanting to, my gender identity. After a while, I began to hide it, and no one really said anything else about it. I can remember my sister having a friend. I was maybe 2 or 3 years old. Her name was Courtney. And I had a crush on her, but I'm thinking maybe I kind of envied her and admired her at the same time, too. Like I said, I've always liked women. I've had trouble with women, though. I've dated, but I've never had, a lot of dates uh, with a woman. Maybe they saw something that I didn't see. I don't know, but I'm hoping that that won't change with when I start hormones. I really don't want to start having attractions for men. It's just not. It's not really my thing. It's not. But if you are that way, more power to you. I completely understand and support your sexual orientation. But sexual orientation, I've realized, is actually different from gender identity. They're two different things. They're not the same. And for a long time, I thought that they were, but I knew that I was not a homosexual. So I couldn't quite make sense of what was going on with me. But I definitely have a clearer picture now, so yeah, this is my path. I'm on my path of self-discovery, I guess. Um, like I said, this is my first video. I don't know if I will actually post it online. This is mainly for me to document my journey and, just to have it to look back on. But I'm trying to figure out what I want to say. If you're going through the same thing, or if you have questions for me, maybe I can help you if I decide to share my videos, which I think I probably will at some point. But I'm reaching the 10-minute mark now, so I don't want this video to be very long. But like I said, I haven't come out to anyone yet, and I'm hoping that I won't lose any relationships that I have. I don't have friends, so there's no pressure there, but with my family there is. So, to all a good day, and God bless, and don't be a stiff.